Preparations continue in Nusa Dua, Bali for the foreign ministers meeting. The two-day meeting on 7 until 8 July 2022 will be an important momentum for Indonesia's presidency for the G20. Rahmat Idris is in Bali now for the report. Now let's have a look.
Well, expectations are certainly high in the air here in Nusa Dua, Bali, ahead of the first ever Foreign Affairs Ministers meeting, or rather FMN, Foreign Ministers meeting, taking place here in Nusa Dua, Bali, with the opening ceremony scheduled to take place the day after tomorrow on the 8th of July 2022. And up to this point here at the main venue of the meeting, the Mulia Hotel Resort and Villa, things are still pretty much, the preparations still underway. We see some of the preliminary delegates coming in just to make sure that all the preparations are set. And in the meantime, in the main venue of the meeting, things are being arranged, seating arrangements, all the decor, the interpretation services, and many more things to ensure that the deliberations the day after tomorrow will take place smoothly. And in the meantime, there have been a lot of speculations, a lot of curiosity as to how the meeting will unfold regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, the ongoing geopolitical tensions. And that very question has been answered a while ago by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Her Excellency Retno Marsudi, stating amid the working visit of President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, in United Arab Emirates, that all foreign ministers of the G20 member states are confirmed to attend the meeting in person. And that is a fresh breath of air, considering all the prior statements of the leader saying that there's a possibility they don't want to sit at the same table together. But let's delve deeper on this by talking to the special advisor to the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia on priority programs, who is also serving as the co-Sherpa of Indonesia's G20 throughout 2022. I am delighted to be speaking with Ambassador Dian Triansahjani. Ambassador, thank you very much for your time. I know you're pressed for time, very busy, but we truly appreciate your time. Diving into my question to you, we are observing some meticulous preparations so far, Your Excellency. What are some of the key things being paid attention to ensure that tomorrow's or the day after tomorrow's meeting will run smoothly?
Well, thank you for the opportunity, Pak Rahmat. As you know, we have always been organizing this kind of a conference since way back. The Minister of Foreign Affairs is already well situated in having a lot of international conferences. And of course, many of the delegation are looking forward to coming to Bali, the island of gods. And we hope that there's going to be a successful meeting for these next few days.
Yeah. We know that this is one of the main and most prominent program in the other track of G20, which is Sherpa track, Ambassador. How essential is it, this meeting of foreign ministers, to sort of pave the way for Indonesia's presidency?
Well, as you know, in our presidency, starting from the 1st of December of last year and going to be ending in November of this year, there are 493 meetings, 483, something around that numbers. And of course, this is one of the important meetings, of course, and we have done so many meetings. We have gone through halfway. And of course, the foreign minister meeting certainly will bring more impetus and more substance as we go nearer to the summit itself. So as you know, foreign ministers will be discussing a lot of substantive issue. We'll be discussing the situation of the world, global politics, as well as the challenges that we are facing ahead. As you mentioned, COVID-19 is one of those, the economic downturn, situation with vis-a-vis the question of energy and food security. All of this will be a part of the discussion. So I'm looking forward to a very good meeting.
These are some of the significant matters indeed, Ambassador, but there's a lot of curiosity at the moment as to how the dynamics will be during the meeting, because we know some of these leaders have uttered some words, so we're just going to have to see how it's going to roll out. But what do we expect in terms of the dynamics of these foreign ministers coming into the meeting day after tomorrow?
Well, one thing for sure, Indonesia is a a country that is quite famous in terms of being impartial, being neutral, and providing a good place for hosting a meeting as important as this. And of course, we will be doing our duties in such a way where everyone will be comfortable, where everyone will be able to discuss issues of importance to the world. And this is what we're trying to go for. So I hope everything will go very well, and I'm quite confident that it will be a very productive meeting.
Ambassador, our foreign minister has extended invitation to the foreign minister of Ukraine to attend the meeting. And just a while ago, you have conveyed to the media that we are still waiting words whether or not the Minister of Foreign Affairs from Ukraine will attend in person or virtually. So what's the final word up to this point, Ambassador?
Well, the most important part is whether you're attending virtually or physically, is that the substance of the matter itself. I think with what we're having nowadays in this world of 2022, lots of meetings are done in such a way where you can do it through VTC, through WebEx, through other means of internet communication. But what is more important is to ensure that we are able to have a constructive discussion. One thing I can really say in confidence that all the members of the G20 have registered to come to this meeting, and that's a success by itself, and that's one thing that we are quite proud to say so.
Well, the foreign ministers meeting that will take place a day after tomorrow, your ambassadors, will set precedent to the following meetings, notably the summit that we expect to see later on in November, seeing that there is now a show of optimism by the presence and the attendance of the foreign ministers.
Well, we in the Foreign Service of Indonesia has always been positive thinkers. As diplomats, I think all diplomats of all countries have to be positive thinkers. But one thing I would like to underline also, that this is not the last meeting before the summit. There's going to be many other meetings. There's still going to be a meeting of the Sherpa. Right after this, there's going to be a meeting of the finance ministerial meetings as well as other ministerial meetings. So there's still consecutive meetings that are going on. So once again, we're building up the momentum coming to the summit itself. So there are still a lot of work that we're trying to do. And the issue that are being discussed is quite wide-ranging issues, from education to digital to others. You name it, health, finance. G20 is a amalgamation of issues where everyone it matters, because this 20 participant, 20 countries, 19 countries, and the European Union, I would say, really matters in trying to define where the economic and the situation, global situation, are able to be handled.
So more of a comprehensive blend of the ongoing working groups happening across the country at the moment. Ambassador Diantrian Sarjani, thank you very much for your time on TVRI World.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
And I guess we'll just have to see how things will unfold for the foreign ministers meeting here in Nusa Dua, Bali, what the outcomes will be, the deliverables, and how these high-ranking officials will come together at the table. And let's just see how the things will roll out in terms of its dynamics. Rahmat Idris, TVRI World.